Good evening, my fellow Singaporeans and voters of Tanjong Pagar GRC. My name is Peng Ann, and I'm the SingFirst candidate for the Jurong GRC. I'm a loyal Singaporean, and I feel and care for Singaporeans. Although I'm 67 years old, I feel that I can still contribute to the objective of bringing about a better Singapore, a better tomorrow. And I joined the Singaporeans First Party so that we can have a fair society, strong families, and esteemed people. Some say that 67 years is old. Old for politics, they say. They put in all the young people.
Nonsense!
Yes, I agree with you. And to them I say this. 香还是老的辣. In Cantonese we say, 姜越老越辣啊. Yeah. So I believe that we can do something even at this age for Singaporeans. I left the SCAF after 30 years of service. I felt that something was not right. The first 40 years of Singapore's independence, I think is okay. But the last 10 years, I think is bad. There's so much arrogance in the PAP. They want to fix all of us, and they call us by various names. I think that is bad. Let me just start by asking a few questions. Do you like to have a government dominated only by the PAP? Yes or no? No! Absolutely no, yes? Yeah. Do you like laws and legislation to be passed in Parliament with little or no debate? No. But despite all this, what happens? So it is important that Singaporeans like us, young and old, all right, young and old, focus on the Singapore political environment that is currently dominated by a one-party government. The Workers' Party is there, but I think not in sufficient numbers. If we do not check this, the bills will be passed and decisions made for the country because we have little representation in Parliament. So as responsible citizens, as parents, grandparents, we must constantly check on the decisions of the government and look at how policies affect all of us, affect our children and our grandchildren. There will be a lot of concerns over their education, their social environment, the jobs, the cost of living, cost of housing, education, transport, healthcare, the whole works. And we cannot leave it to just one party. We also need the second key, the second keys. So see, we need good alternative. We need alternative or opposition parties in Parliament, and they have to be elected to influence and prevent the easy passage of legislation. Let's take the instance of the population paper. Much has been said of the population issue. I don't want to cover them. But what I want to highlight from the paper are not the figures, but the impact and consequences of the increased population. How will the increase affect all of us as ordinary people, ordinary Singaporeans? You take the MRT, I take the MRT. You take the bus, I take the bus. The ministers doesn't take the bus. They doesn't take the MRT. Whenever they take, somebody follows them. Everybody makes way for them. All right? Very different. So what do? Have the papers that they put up in Parliament taken into account your feelings? Your feelings. Did the paper talk about how the increase will affect the ordinary people like you? Now the fact remains, whether you like it or not, we are taking in 20,000 new citizens each year. You calculate, 20,000 each year. That means every month you have 1,500 new citizens given new citizenship. And they say this is to prevent the shrinking of the population. Now let me just show you some figures. Not counting the number of new citizens taken in so far, over the next 15 years, we will be having yet another 300,000 new citizens. That means foreigners coming in, we give them Singapore citizenship. Many years ago, you carry a Singapore passport, you are very great, right? Today, you throw a stone, people also can get Singapore citizenship. How will this affect us and our social environment, like healthcare, transport, education? And within the next 15 years, we'll see at least another 1.5 million people in Singapore. The population today is about 5.3, 5.4. In the next 15 years, we're going to add another 1.5 million. Can you imagine what Singapore will be like? Think about it. Now I'm concerned about future Singapore, where our future senior citizens and our grandchildren will live in, and the kind of tremendous pressures that they will be put under. We will need to change, but we have been conditioned not to change. Let me show you this little angkong. Can you all see this angkong? This angkong is the frog sitting in water very comfortably. But below it is the little fire heating up the water. Now we are something like that. All right? And we will have to do something about it. Because if we keep on sitting in the water like this, we will be born one day without understanding and knowing anything. All right? So I want all of us to prevent ourselves from being cooked over the next 15 years. We have to do something. Kambing, huh? So we have to change. We have to change. And I would suggest that all of us vote for change. We should restore the nation. Restore the nation. And we vote for Singaporeans first. Thank you.